Here is a maple tree that was lion's-tailed in 2016 with subsidies from the local municipality in Haren for this new right-of-way, which basically entailed painting the pavement red using new pavement. And the result is that many of the branches have broken in a storm this year in 2022 in May. And you can see there are only leaves at the end of the branches, and even now, just a few weeks ago, they've cut huge branches lower in the crown. So this crown is in the top 30% of the tree, and there are virtually no leaves in the middle crown except for these tiny shoots that are growing. This is a dangerous tree because the growth is stimulated at the end of the branches, making them heavy at the end, and when there's lots of wind, that branch on the left will start to make a circular sort of turbine motion and crack and break, which is what already happened to this tree. If you look further down at the next maple tree, you can see that happened. I actually saw the branch after it broke. It was all jagged. Now they've cut it. But look how little of the crown is left. These trees were totally healthy in 2016 when they lion's-tailed them and raised the crown way beyond the normal limits of 4.5 meters. So these trees now have severely reduced longevity. They're trying to recover by growing all of these little water shoots and leaves on the inner crown because, photosynthesis is required, and if you don't have enough leaves, then the tree can't produce the food it needs, and the sugars have to travel all the way from the roots and from the leaves through the tree. So there's just too much traveling having to happen. This tree too has such a severely reduced crown because of that work. You can go to every single tree on the side of the street and see how they've all been lion's-tailed and overly raised. We complained about this. They said, no, this is good for the tree, but in fact, this is not good for the tree. It makes them dangerous in storms because of the turbine effect when you lion's-tail a tree. Every single maple on this street, and there are oaks, there are linden trees here. They've all been severely pruned to the detriment of these old statue trees. And it's really a shame because these trees could have lived to be decades longer. They could have lived to be very old. Finally, here's the last tree. You can see there's virtually very little of the crown left, 20% if that, all on one side of the road. This is just terrible tree maintenance. And the municipality is resistant to even consider our criticism. We had a petition of 3,000 signatures, people agreeing that the work is substandard and is leading to the reduction of urban tree cover and of the urban forest.